If you're looking for your next family car, then this should be on your list. Hello and welcome to the Garage on Ride By. Today, we have the updated Kia Carnival. So what's new? So pinalitan nila yung headlights. This is now what they call the Star Map Signature headlight. And then this is also the updated version of the Kia Tiger Nose Grille. Yan, so dagdag din sila ng mga aluminum accents dito around the grille and dito sa baba as a parang bash plate, no? Now down the sides, we have this new 19-inch alloy wheels in this funky geometric design wrapped in Continental cross-contact tires. Alright, down to the back, this taillight is also new. This is what they call the Star Map graphic taillight. It used to just go across the tailgate like that. Now it goes down and there's this geometric pattern again. Tapos yung bumper nila, bago tong two-tone aluminum accent na to. So that's all for the exterior updates of the Kia Carnival. Let's go inside. Okay, now inside. If you've seen the old or pre-facelift model, no, unang-una mong mapapansin dito sa loob is ang laki nung binawas nilang gloss black surfaces sa loob. So dati itong buong to gloss black to, ito hanggang dyan tatawid. Dito sa ilalim nito may konting gloss black. Itong panel with the window switch is gloss black din yan. So, syempre this is a family car with the kids, yung kalikot, yung kain, yung kalat. Ang bilis magasgas, ang hirap alagaan. So ngayon, nang ginawa nila is pinalitan nila ng textured plastic or hard plastic, no? So that should help with the longevity of this interior. Now for the major updates in this interior, dati naka-analog gauge yung Carnival, no? Even the SX model. So this is the SX diesel. So comparable sa pre-facelift. Pero naka-digital gauge na siya. So you get two 12.3-inch screens. One as your gauge cluster, one as your infotainment. Yung infotainment niya, they've also changed it up a little bit. Dati it was more of a 2-DIN style setup na may controls on either side. Ngayon, yung controls binaba nila dito. Ito. So ngayon dati, there used to be this large panel here at the bottom. Yun yung AC controls mo. Ngayon, pinagsama nila lahat dito sa strip na to. So if you press this paper airplane looking thing, pag pinindot mo siya, ang lalabas dito sa screen na to is your radio controls. So you have home, map, search, seek track, next and previous, media, setup. And then this becomes your volume knob. Ito naman yung file and tune knob mo. Ngayon, pag pinindot mo naman tong fan na to, ang lalabas is your climate control options na. So these now become your temperature control. Tapos na naka-display is how many degrees you set it, yung fan speed mo, yung modes, and the rear settings. So ngayon, by removing that climate control panel here na malaki, no, they've freed up a lot of space dito sa storage bin na to. Dati, pag ilalagay mo yung phone mo, you had to sort of slide it under, ganon. Ngayon, you just plop it there, nandyan na siya. And you have a lot of access, a lot of room for these. So they've cleaned up the layout also of the USB-C ports here and the 12-volt socket. Okay, so another thing I'd like to show you is the cup holders here. Sobrang laki niya. So we have this very famous, very uso na Owala 24-ounce. Lagay natin dito. Shoot, walang problema. Now we have this 40-ounce hydro flask. Tingnan nyo, kasya pa rin, diba? Okay, now for the seats, they're wrapped in leather. They're also ventilated and heated, no? You sit high up from the floor so you get a commanding view of the road ahead. Yan. So let's move on to the back. Okay, so now the second row. So in the Carnival, this is actually really the place to be. This is the most luxurious seats in the house. So first things first, ito, power sliding door. Yan, then you get a sunshade. Pag binaba mo yan, yung windows mo bumubukas sarap pa. So ito yung climate control mo for the rear. You get charging ports here and here. So if you have gadgets or yung mga anak nyo nanonood ng iPad na pwede mo i-mount dito, pwede may saksak dito. Cup holders dito sa gitna. Hindi sila kasing laki ng mga nasa harap, pero kasya pa rin yung Owala na 24-ounce. Yan. So you get the panoramic sunroof here for the second row and map lights for the left and map lights for the right. Now, let's talk about the seats. Kasi ito talaga yung special dito sa space na to. So yan, may armrest ka dito as you can see. And then, these are recliners actually eh. Oh, by the way, they're heated and ventilated. So these are recliners like lazy boys or business class seats if you will, no? So let me demonstrate for you how that works, no? So first things first, you have to move the front seat. You have controls here on the seat back, so you can push it forward from the rear seat. It's moving forward. Okay, so now that that's forward, the next thing you have to do is pull this lever on the side. There's a lever on the side, and then I'll push myself in. Yan, papasok towards the middle. And then the second lever, you push yourself to the back naman para you get even more space. Yan. Now, all you have to do is push this button, hold it, then the whole seat will go into its reclined position. Yan. Yan. So, ngayon, pwede natin angat yung ottoman naman. Right? Yan. Tapos, if you want to get even comfier, you can just recline it a little further and put the sunshades up for more privacy. You can relax here. Okay, so now let me show you the third row. So these seats, high-tech and all that, pero they're a little clunky to move around. So the best way to get to the rear seats is through this aisle here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to crawl back there, and then, yeah. Okay, so now we're in the third row. Now, as you can see, I still have a decent amount of leg room. It's not a lot, but it's decent again. So even if I'm an adult, I'm 5'10", no? I can still spend a lot of time here, maybe 2-3 hours. I'd still be comfortable. Kaya tatlo, but maybe yung pangatlo, bata, no? Kung adults, baka dalawa lang dito. So the amenities, you have your own climate vent. You have a USB-C port here on either side. 2 cup holders here, one over there. And then a tiny bit of storage space on the end, no? And then you also have your own sunshade. Yeah, you can put it down, put up. So, cargo area naman. No, buksan natin. Power tailgate, syempre. Ngayon, once it's open, you can see napakalawak ng space, no? Pag nakababa yung third row. So, unlike other minivans na pataas, tumitiklop pataas yung seats, kumakain ng cargo space. Ito, it stows down into the floor. So, yan, you can see para flat cargo floor siya with the seats down. Now, if you want to deploy the seats, it's a simple matter of pulling this lever, pushing it forward, pulling this. Yan. Nakalabas na. Diba? Yan. Okay, so with the third row deployed, usually you run out of cargo space naman in other vans, but not this one. So with the third row emptying this part of the floor, malalim na yung cargo area mo ngayon. Let me demonstrate. Okay, so I have 2 strollers here, 1 and 2. Put it in. Yan, kung kita nyo, kasya sa palapad. Yan. Second one in. And you can see you still have tons of space left for bags, for other items that you might take on a road trip. And then you also have power outlet here, a 12-volt cigarette lighter type socket. Then here, when you remove this, these are your tools right there. Yan. On this side naman, we'll move these over here. You get a small, like, cabinet, no? If you're the type of that who want to bring your own tools, your own emergency fluids, ganyan. So, pwede mo lagyan ng brake fluid here, konting coolant, ganyan. I-store mo lang dito, no? Out of sight, malinis yung trunk mo. Okay, so ngayon na nakita natin lahat ng features ng Kia Carnival, let's go for a drive. Okay, so driving the Kia Carnival. This updated Kia Carnival is actually being offered with 2 engine options now. One is the new turbo hybrid system, and second is this one, the diesel. So the diesel engine here is carried over actually from the pre-facelift model, but powers up now to 200 horsepower and 440 Newton meters of torque. Okay, so why has Kia chosen to retain the diesel option? I'm assuming this is for people who might not be ready to move on to an electrified powertrain. So if you're the person who wants something more traditional, something more proven, something that's been around for a long time, then this is the variant for you. The 2.2-liter D4H engine has been around for many years. Now, it's been in several of Hyundai and Kia's products, such as the Santa Fe, the Sorento, the Staria. and now the Carnival. And even the previous generations of the Carnival had the 2.2-liter D4H. So it's really a proven engine, it's reliable. I personally, I've owned a couple of these cars with these engines, and I've had no problems. They really hold up. They have a lot of power. And the same here. So power here is up to 200 na ngayon, tapos 440 Newton meters of torque. And talagang that's a lot of power for a car like this. Talaga sumisipa na yan. Ayan, no? Diba? So kahit puno yan, kahit na may karga kang bagahe, 7 tao, wala kang problema overtake, umabot ng 100 sa highway, kayang-kaya. In terms of fuel economy naman, syempre hindi ito mananalo dun sa turbo hybrid. But during testing, we're getting an average of 8.5 to 9 in the city. Tapos pag nag-highway, a little over 13. So, matipid pa rin siya. It's very reasonable. Hindi siya, again, kasing tipid ng hybrid. Syempre, dahil hindi siya hybrid pero for a diesel, matipid na siya. So, 8.7, laki ng kotse na to, laki ng makina. Diba? In the city, 8.7 to 9. Wala ka namang marereklamo na doon. In terms of handling and suspension naman, no? So, the Carnival has McPherson struts up front and multi-link system in the rear. So, the ride is plush. It's very insulated. Hindi mo masyadong naririnig yung labas. Hindi mo masyadong nafe-feel yung road texture sa loob. Hindi siya masyadong nakakatagos. Ang problema lang ito, syempre malaking kotse, maraming kung ano-anong laman. Medyo may mga langit-ngit sa likod. Yung upuan, yung mga storage na pinakita ko sa inyo sa gilid, pag may laman, ayan, kumakalansing. Pero besides that, tahimik naman, komportable, maluwag, no? When you see the Carnival, it looks like an SUV, di ba? Pag galing sa harap, mukha talaga siyang SUV. And the driving experience is very similar. It doesn't feel like a big van. So pag drive mo siya, komportable ka, hindi ka intimidated dun sa size niya. It masks its size really well. Hindi mo na-feel na mahaba or masyadong malapad. So it wraps around you. Magaan yung steering. So the turbo hybrids one, on the steering wheel, meron silang paddle shifters. Ito wala. Pero meron kang manual gate dito sa shifter mismo. So you just push it to the left, you have plus upshift and downshift controls. Yan. And the transmission is very nice as well. It's snappy, it's quick. It doesn't call any attention to itself. Hindi siya naglalag, hindi siya jerky, no? Talaga, it just does the job quietly, gets you from point A to point B. Okay, so now we're on the Skyway and we've hit rush hour traffic. It's raining, crawling at 10-20 kilometers an hour. Buti na lang, the Carnival has a lot of driver aids and features that can make driving through this kind of weather and through this kind of traffic a lot easier. So what I can do is, unang-una, I can put my wipers in auto, so it'll take care of the rain for me and my visibility, no? Second, I can press this button right here on my steering wheel, and then that activates adaptive cruise control. So I can set it to 30-40 kilometers an hour. Ayan. And then, it'll crawl through traffic for me. Pag tumigil yung kotse nasa harap ko, titigil siya. Pag bumagal yung kotse sa harap ko below the set speed, it'll brake on its own, bring the speed down, follow the car ahead. So, hindi ako yung umaapak ng preno, hindi ako yung gas brake. So it takes a lot of that fatigue, a lot of that pagod away, no? And then we can also turn on lane keep assist with this button here. So what lane keep assist does is it stays between the lines for you. Ayan, so even if bitaw yung steering wheel, although it's not recommended, you have to keep your hands on the wheel, no? Another thing we have on this car is blind spot camera. So if I flick my turn signals to the right, my tachometer turns into the view of the blind spot camera. If to the left naman, my speedo turns into the view of the camera. Yan. Then there's also 360-degree cameras on this car so that you have full visibility. It will help you see through your blind spots, parts that might not be visible to you from the driver's seat. Other than that, you also get wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto to keep you entertained through drives like this. You have a wireless charging pad here, USB-C ports for charging. Again, na mabibilis to mga to. It really charges up your phone fast. Yeah, overall, I thought this panel here, yung control panel na share sila nung screen tsaka nung aircon, akala ko medyo baka nakakalitong gamitin. But actually, intuitive naman siya gamitin. Just leave it on the aircon settings. And then yung audio controls kasi hindi mo naman kailangan galawin dito eh. It's on the steering wheel as well. So, walang problema. And now traffic is picking up, and I can let cruise control do its thing. I set it to a higher speed. Set it to 80 kilometers an hour, which is the legal limit on the Skyway. Leave the lane keep assist on. Dun siya nang bahala. Now I just have to intervene at certain times now just to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, so that wraps up our quick first ride review of the Kia Carnival. Be sure to check out ridebuy.ph/garage to read the full written review on this car. So, if you like this content, please do give us a like, a thumbs up, leave us a comment below, and we'll see you next time.